So it's Christmas time, and you need to decide what to do for your Geography 110 project. So what do you decide on? Naturally, something to do with Christmas lights. You have to come up with an experiment though. They've got these new LED Christmas lights out. They're supposed to take up 80% less energy than the traditional Christmas lights. And you think to yourself, maybe we could look into that. So the question is, how do you measure it? Your electric company analyzes your electricity usage in kilowatt hours. So why not figure out how many kilowatt hours it takes before your LED Christmas lights pay for themselves? A string of 300 of the traditional incandescent Christmas tree lights costs about $5, whereas a string of 300 LED Christmas lights is going to set you back about $20. So now we have to figure out, at about 8 cents a kilowatt hour, which is what we're charged here for electricity in Indiana, how long does it take to make a $15 difference between incandescent and LED lights? So with just a little bit of complicated math, you can figure that it takes about 1,445 hours, that's almost 60 days, before those LED Christmas lights save you enough money to make it worth buying the incandescent. Cool, right? Well, that's what we thought. A little bit of math plus some pretty pictures of lights equals good grade. So we started driving and taking pictures of houses. After about 66.2 miles, we only had 36 pictures. And we started to think, 66.2 miles, that's a lot. I drive a Toyota Corolla. It gets 28 miles per gallon in the city, 37 on the highway, for a combined 31 miles per gallon. So if you do a little more math, you find that 66.2 divided by that 31 miles per gallon is 2.14 gallons of gas that we used on this project. You use a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and we know that for every 8-pound gallon of gas burned, there's 26 pounds of CO2 emitted into the atmosphere. So let's do a little more math. And you have 26 pounds times 2.41 gallons, and that gives you 55.64 pounds of CO2 emitted by just this project alone. When you consider there's 91 students in our class, and that the US average MPG is 20.2, so if you do a little more math and assume that each student drove even half of what we drove, you would find that each student used about 1.64 gallons of gasoline, or 42.64 pounds of CO2 per student. You multiply that times 91 students, and just this semester alone, this single project emitted 3,880 pounds of CO2 into the Earth's atmosphere. Merry Christmas.